Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of TCS News. I'm your host, Garrett.
And I'm your host, Donald. Let's get into the news. Let's start off with Google. Google's New York offices are the second largest that it owns, besides the ones in San Francisco Bay. Even though it is already so big in New York, Google is making it larger, doubling its workforce size to 14,000. The new building is going to be south of the New York headquarters. Google is competing with Amazon and Apple because they have already invested in more real estate, with Amazon in Virginia and Washington, D.C., and Apple expanding in its Austin, Texas area. Now Google is trying to expand to catch up to 7,000 new jobs that are planned to be available in the next decade, according to a spokesperson from Google. It is planning to spend around $1 billion to develop only these three buildings in Hudson Square campus, New York. The New York headquarters is a gigantic building that is a full block long and has been around since 2000, but it was bought by Google in 2012 for $1.9 billion.
Russia said on Monday it had built new barracks for troops on a disputed chain of islands in Japan and would build more facilities for armored vehicles, prompting a diplomatic protest from Tokyo. Russia's Ministry of Defense said it planned to shift troops next week into four housing complexes on two of the four disputed islands known as Southern Creoles in Russia and the Northern Territories in Japan. Japan's defense ministry says 3,500 Russian troops are deployed on the larger islands as part of the military buildup. The news came as the Kremlin and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe might visit Russia on January 21st, as the two countries step up efforts to defuse the territorial dispute that has prevented them from signing a World War II peace treaty.
The United States President Donald Trump is still making money from the properties that he owns. The Constitution states that the president cannot accept money from foreign or domestic countries. Trump has hotels and other types of properties in foreign countries that are bringing in money. This is a violation of the Constitution. Trump signed his company over to his son, Trump Jr., and a close friend, Alan Weisselberg, through a revocable trust, but he is still the sole beneficiary. Ethics experts told Trump to put his company in a blind trust, but he and his team said that the law that is being referred to doesn't apply to the president. Democratic members have tried to get a lawsuit on Trump because they say what he is doing is unconstitutional. Also, the Attorney Generals of Maryland and Washington, D.C. have placed a lawsuit. An example of how the president is benefiting by his hotels is in Kuwait. Another example is that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia owns a whole floor on the Trump World Tower in New York, and they pay thousands a year in building benefits. Donald Trump is violating the Constitution by making money from foreign countries. There are no real punishments for this violation. The Constitution doesn't state anything about punishing violators. The rule that is broken just becomes void. The worst part about this is that this isn't even close to everything that Trump has done already in his almost 2 years in office.
The U.S. Congress will face a partial shutdown if Trump does not get $5 billion for a border wall. The federal government does not save money when they shut down. It actually costs more money due to preparations and they waste resources. The government officials receive no pay, consumer confidence dampings, and the GDP takes a small but noticeable hit. A government shutdown happens when the Congress and White House cannot agree on a deal to fund the federal government. And Trump and lawmakers have already signed off on funding bills roughly covering only 3/4 of the money needed to keep the government up and running. Only certain agencies such as the Department of Transportation, Agriculture, Housing and Urban Development, Interior, and Homeland Security, and others will be shut down. Those agencies are currently on a temporary budget that is supposed to end on Friday night if no agreement is reached. Essential personnel would continue to go on about their jobs, paid retroactively once government reopens. A shutdown will lead to an estimated 380,000 furloughs. That includes 96% of personnel at NASA and 86% at the Commerce Department. And some hardcore Trump fans might enjoy the idea of sticking it to the federal workers whom the president equates with the swamp, while holding out for wall funding. The workers that are placed on furloughs may ultimately be paid in compensation. That means that government workers will be paying for work that the White House and Congress didn't allow to get done. Now we can get into TCS news. Let's just start with last week.
Space Lab last week was great. We got the opportunity to shoot rockets that we made the week before, so we could see how far up our creations would go. Salma's rocket was the one who won, so congratulations to her. After we shot off the rockets, we came back to the school, and Miss Elaine gave us cookies that she had made herself. They were really good. Thank you so much for the delicious cookies and the amazing space labs, Miss Elaine. I can't wait until they start up again.
On Friday, we had an author named Tony Medina who came in to talk about a story he wrote called "I Am Alfonso Jones." He talked about what gave him the idea for writing a book. He said that when he started growing up, when he was growing up, he didn't like to read, but in school he had to do a book report for his grade. When he grabbed the book and he started reading it, he couldn't put it down. Ever since then, he has written many books and read many books. Thank you for coming in and talking to us. We really enjoyed it.
Also on Friday, a group by the name of Knights of Columbus came to the school with 2 boxes of jackets for the students. It was really nice of them to help out the school this way. I know that everyone appreciates it.
Mr. Doug and Miss Alyssa came in with supplies for the school. They look at the school's website to see what supplies we need, and they bring them in. This time when they came in, Miss Alyssa and Mr. Doug talked about how they are doing and what they're doing. Congratulations to both of you. For getting your new jobs.
2 representatives of BBSI came in last Friday after Mr. Tony Medina left. Miss Dawn and Miss Portia came in to see how we were doing and to see all of the new students. They sat down and talked with us to catch up and set up a date for us to go see them at BBSI building. Miss Dawn and Miss Portia also brought us cookies to enjoy before they left. It was great to see them again, and we can't wait until we get to visit them.
On Wednesday and Thursday of this week, the biology class got to meet 2 scientists. First, we met David Sullivan, and then we got to meet Dr. Delahunty. We had a great time listening to them talk about their experiences and times in the science field.
On Tuesday, we went to Baltimore School of Arts to go see a ballet performance. We got to see the Nutcracker, played by the students of the school. The dancers, costumes, and scenery were amazing, and it really changed the way I look at ballet. This was one of my favorite events that I've been to with TCS. A big thank you to BSA and Miss Stahl for giving us the chance to see something as cool as this.
On Tuesday, Mr. Tom's cousin CT came into the school and brought T-shirts and sample music for all the students. Last time CT came into the school, he introduced us to a rapper named Trevor Thompson and gave us a sample CD of his music. He also talked about what he does for a living, which is making music videos, making music video edits for music. We would like to thank you for the shirts and the sample music. We hope to have you in for conversation with soon.
At 5:30 p.m. Tuesday, we had a holiday open house like we do every year. This year was fun as always. There were snacks and drinks, and we only had the Christmas lights on. In the background, we had music while we got to talk with each other and meet new people. A lot of people from the school's whole 40-year history came in to have fun and celebrate together. Former students, family, and friends were all there. I really enjoyed this event because it really brought everyone together. On
Thursday, Miss Sandy, Jordan's grandma, brought in pasta pasta, donuts, and mini croissants. On Friday, we had lunch provided to us by Miss Mary Louise Talia sponsor. On Monday, Miss Carol brought in spaghetti and meatballs with salad. On Tuesday, Miss Pig brought in chicken pot pie and grapes with cookies. On Wednesday, we had lunch, which was sandwiches provided by Miss Janae Roning sponsor. On Thursday, we had pizza brought by my mom, Miss Gail. We would like to send an early thanks for tomorrow's lunch from Miss Sandy. Thank you all for who provided lunch.
Thursday of this week, Miss Susan Galarizzo and Miss Fran came in to see us. They are with a group ACIM. The presents we are holding in the picture contain homemade cookies. They were so good. A whole mixture of cookies were included in each box. Thank you for coming to the school to surprise us. We really appreciate it.
This was said to be the best year so far. We took many trips, conversations, and many delicious lunches this year that won't be soon to forget. We will be taking a break. We will be taking a week-long break for the upcoming holidays. We will be back on January 11th with the first 2019 TCS broadcast. Thank you everyone who made this year so special.
That wraps up this week's edition of TCS Student News. We will all see you after the holiday break.